What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today we're taking out the P-39K-1, a Tier 2 premium Russian aircraft. It's got a battle rating of 3.3, and this thing is loaded with guns. Not only do you have the 37mm cannon in the nose with 30 rounds, but you also have two 12.7mm machine guns with 400 rounds of ammunition. And if that's not enough, you've also got four 7.62mm Browning machine guns with 3,000 rounds of ammunition. Yeah, this thing will take down some planes, trust me. You'll have the Americans and British shaking in their boots. This thing is packed with ammunition. We're up against the Americans and British, of course. I swear this is one of the only maps that I ever get when I fly out Russia. That being said, it is a nice looking map. A lot of clouds though. Cloud cover is always an issue, especially when it comes to spotting planes. You don't know if they're above the clouds or below the clouds. Also, this map is quite large. There's a lot of fighting that tends to happen over the harbor there in front, but there's also a small village off to the left of my position where the Americans tend to drop a lot of bombs or pillboxes and all kinds of AAA and artillery to strafe. This is a really good map for ground attack. But of course, it's a pain in the ass for me in this position because I can't see those guys who happen to be ground attacking. There's a B-25 off to the right. The enemy's finally starting to show themselves. There's a Spitfire. Yeah, it's calling for cover. I'm headed that way. I'm gonna level off just a little bit. Still not entirely sure where to go because of there's a P-39. P-36. When you side climb like I do, you tend to be just a little bit late to the party. You know what I mean? Everybody's dogfighting, and I'm just hoping to get in here and get some kills if I can. That being said, being a little late like this, it's not always a bad thing. As a fight tends to go on, planes tend to lose their altitude. They tend to take the fight towards the a little closer to the trees, and that makes for some easy booming and zooming for me. Here's a Spitfire all by himself, makes himself a pretty easy target, and I one-shot him. That's that 37mm cannon. It's incredibly powerful if you happen to connect with it. I didn't even need the machine guns on that one. That being said, climb just a little bit, make sure I'm above everyone. Because you never know when one of these guys is going to try to zoom climb up to you. I thought awfully hard about going after that Mosquito, but he's really not a threat to anybody. He's just a spotter plane. I'm going to try to bounce some of these guys if I can before they happen to get any of my teammates. Spitfires at low level and turn fights are an issue. If I can't bounce them, they're going to end up bouncing my teammates. Take a couple of shots at this Hawk, but I missed them all, so I have to disengage and go after somebody else. There's a P-40 right down here. Little kitty hawk. Oh, he's turning. He's turning hard. I have to watch out for these trees, though. This thing does compress quite a bit, so you have to watch your speed at low altitudes. When you're booming and zooming, you have to be very careful. The first time I flew this thing, I actually crashed because I couldn't pull up. It was actually on this map, now that I think of it. It was over there in that little harbor off to my left. Crashed right into a tree when I was trying to boom and zoom. I think it was on a P-38 Lightning. I just couldn't pull up. Speaking of pulling up, this P-36 pulled up right in front of my guns, and I take off his wing for the third kill of the match. It's about as easy as it gets, too. That 37mm, it just blows planes apart. It shreds the wings clean off. Spitfire coming in low. Take a shot. Spark on his tail with that last one. It was a low percentage shot, but it was worth a try. You will spark occasionally with the 37, but more often than not, it's usually a pretty good hit. This I-16 and I are racing one another trying to get the Spitfire. The Spitfire is probably trying to get towards AAA. Anything he can get to shoot us down, that's something he's wanting to do. And this port has a lot of AAA, a lot of boats. And then beyond that, he can get to his base, which has AAA. Then that's going to be a problem. Yak 7 joins the fight. He misses a couple of shots. The fight immediately goes vertical, and I fireball him. I take out his tilt control, and he parachutes out, giving me the 4th kill of the match. That poor Spitfire, he didn't stand much of a chance, I'm afraid. Get 3 enemy planes on him. Even if he managed to outturn this P-39 and the Yak 3, or excuse me, the Yak 7, but I don't think there was going to be any way he's going to outturn that I-16. The I-16 is remarkably agile at low altitude and turn fight. I'm not sure even the Spitfire can outturn an I-16. As you can see here, this thing has a lot of ammunition. I still got over 2,000 rounds of ammunition. It doesn't take long to go through 37s though, and that is the primary weapon on this P-39. The machine guns will take down enemy fighters, but let's face it, the 37 is really what you want to use for either enemy fighters or bombers. It's going to do the lion's share of the damage, and it'll bring in a lot of silver lions. No pun intended. This thing's really great in an arcade too. You can get a lot of lions. It's a great little money maker. With 4 kills, I got just under 100,000 silver lions with 4 kills. If you're looking for an early premium Russian aircraft, I definitely recommend the P-39K-1. And guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Take care, guys.